Night in the Woods hit me hard and never let go. The premise of the game is very simple. A young girl named May returns home at the age of 20 after a failed college attempt. I went through the exact same scenario as May. At 20 years old, I quit college and went back home. And just like the characters of Possum Springs, I live in an isolated small town. And that's very important as I feel like the main character of Night in the Woods is the town. If you've lived most of your life in a small town like I did, I feel like this game will impact you more as a result. I'd be curious to know if someone who comes from a major city walks out of this game feeling the same way. You see, Night in the Woods captures the feeling of living in a small town from both the point of view of a child, young adult, and from an adult. The reality is that even in the best of times, a small town is just one incident away from closing. You feel it as a kid growing up when you see your dad going from job to job when the town's economy is going south. Every small town depends entirely on one economy. For some, it's mining, like in Possum Springs. For us, it has always been wood. If the demand is there, the wood mills run well and keep people employed. If it isn't, people get laid off and all the other businesses feel it. As an adult, the feeling of doubt never goes away. Even with a secure job, you always have in the back of your mind the reality that in 10 years, everything could change and suddenly the 20-year-old mortgage you have is for a house in a ghost town now worth nothing. Everything I've just talked about is only one part of Night in the Woods. The town of Possum Springs resonated with me in a way that felt like home. But Possum Springs is just one part of the story. The characters in Night in the Woods are simply human. And that's weird considering they're all portrayed by animals. But I never actually had such joy and curiosity interacting with characters in a video game as I did with those in Night in the Woods. And this is not Mass Effect. There are no Paragon or Renegade options, and the story is predetermined. Still, it felt real, even if the world I was in was full of cats, bears, and crocs, living all in the same city. There are some interesting themes in Night in the Woods. I don't want to talk too much about them because I feel like they should be discovered by yourself. The main character May struggles with mental health issues, and the way it is shown is unique. It helps to better understand the subject. The actual game itself is a joy to play through. It's light on puzzles and actions, but I felt like the pacing was perfect. You can explore the town at your leisure or simply go through your next objective and progress the story. The music is incredible too. There are sequences where you need to rescue 4 musicians, and each time you find one, you unlock a part of the song. That song has been stuck in my head for days now, and I don't want it to go away. For $20, Night in the Woods will offer you about 10 hours of content depending on your style of play. I'm sure it could be rushed through in less than 5, or I could see someone exploring and finding every last secret about Possum Springs and its villagers in a dozen or so hours. The Switch version also includes everything from the Weird Autumn edition, so you won't miss out on anything. I couldn't be happier with my purchase, and I'll end with this. Had I played this last year, Night in the Woods would have been in my top 3 video games of 2017. This is a must play.